What's up, everybody? I've got nearly 100 automations inside my make.com account. And so, in this video, we're going to be going over a lot of these automations and simultaneously removing the ones that don't make the most sense, though most of them are pretty good quality. We're also going to be going over my ClickUp setup along with my Smart Lead setup and trying to streamline my operations because when you've got all these automations, not all of them are perfect and not all of them are necessary. And so we're going to be doing this together, removing all of those unnecessary automations. Um, and so we can get started. We can get started right away. So we've got this first one over here, which is a step two automation, meaning there's a step one automation elsewhere. And this one is actually gonna go away. I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. So grab email content, create drafted. So where's the step one? So I already did like the naming convention stuff previously, but as you can see, it's still not even amazing because I'm not finding it, right? So it should be called meeting notes. And so this is the main challenge that you run into when you're having all right, you know what it's called? It's called fireflies. It's called fireflies, right? But like obviously I should have named them a similar name because they're doing something similar. This is going to be a long video. It's going to be like 1 hour long. The main thing you're going to get out of it is seeing like how these different automations work, why I'm removing them, why I'm not, all of that other stuff. So it's going to be an awesome video to learn, but just keep that in mind. So this one is going to be going away. So both of these I'm going to be archiving. To show you what they did, I'm gonna pull it up over here 1 second. So what that those automations did, we used a clay table and we were grabbing data from a webhook using these different enrichments such as Apollo, Claygent, AI, basically analyzing the websites of the calls that we've just had. So if you go back into this one right here, it's grabbing the Fireflies call recording. And then from that, we are basically drafting up a job description. And so whenever I would speak with my like this is a lead that I basically sent over to one of my clients, and it was a super awesome lead because you've already got a job description ready to go with all of the details from the calls are already here. But this is not something that I do anymore. At least I don't deliver leads in this manner anymore, and therefore I'm going to be going ahead and archiving this automation right here. And in so doing, I'm also going to be changing it, right? Because in case I ever need it again, I want it to make actual sense. So to be easily searchable. So get meeting notes, grab email content. Honestly, might as well just do like this, just all of it like this. It's not letting me edit it. Okay, save changes. Save changes. All right, I'll be right back. All right, it's worked now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add. Oh, we've already got an archived section. That's awesome. So we go to the archived section. This one seems like I don't need this anymore. And actually, I do like that naming convention as well. So let's go ahead and put this as archived, and let's do that for the other one as well. So like if you tend to have a lot of calls and a lot of your calls are turning into what do you call that? You're getting a lot of a lot of job descriptions that you have to create after the call. Like an automation like this is super awesome, and I would certainly recommend building something like this. But for me, I think it's not necessary anymore. So step one, step two, both of these are gone. Awesome. So that looks awesome. Let's go and continue on along the path. So the next automation here, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna see if we have any uncategorized. So uncategorized, generate campaign copy, spin tags. Okay, so this one's a good one. Has this not been saved? All right, that's good now. So generate campaign copy syntax. This is a part of our campaign creation workflow. So whenever we're creating campaigns, we put basically campaigns through a series of steps. One of them being create copy syntax. So this one is good. It's not done yet, so let's not put it as done. And then 3-month automation. We don't need this anymore. Create new tasks for email campaigns. Let's look at that. Generate campaign copy. Oh, okay. This is also good. Send camp. Okay, all of these are good. So we're gonna move all of these here. All of these, by the way, are part of the campaigns section. And so whenever we're creating campaigns, like I said, we've got that. Though one of them was different, and that one was for the playbooks. So, like for the playbooks, we've got a bunch of different playbooks like this that we can use to generate campaign copy. And so, this is an example of what a playbook looks like. This is an example of a follow up email from a playbook. And then we have a testing space that allows me to simply choose a client. And once I've chosen a client, I can basically test out um, different email copy and things like that. So those were the ones that we were just clicking on over there. And so now we have nothing in the uncategorized section. So that's good. The other thing is whether I should be keeping these ones over here. The thing though with these is, sometimes I create a video and someone asks for it. It's easy to just send it over to them. And I don't think it overly annoys me. Like it doesn't overly distract me. And then these ones, first positive email reply, put them in ClickUp. Yeah, I have not used this in a solid minute, but I think it's good for other people. Client offboarding. Yeah, like this is something I should probably off. Mm, actually, it's fine. And then these are the free automation. So I think for now everything there is good. So everything inside these tabs, it looks good. So I can leave those. So the main thing is just streamlining the operations. So streamlining the main automations, which are all going to be in this section over here. And so some of them I'm not going to need. So reply to emails like this right here. Reply to email threads. Um, this one is interesting because it allows you to reply to emails from Slack. And a lot of people ask me for this automation, like a lot, but it's overly complicated, and I don't know if it actually like if the benefit of it is worth the complexity, right? Because it does allow you to reply from Slack. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this out of my internal operations and I'm gonna move it to a free automation because I don't think it's worth it. And I tell that to every single person, right? Because everyone looks at it and they're like, "Oh my God, you can reply to smart lead emails from Slack," but this is just overly complex. It's 3 modules. It's basically done, but it's just not worth it. It adds more complexity than it solves. So we're gonna remove that. And by the way, I have created a video on that. So if despite my what I just said over there about it being overly complex and it not being something I want to implement myself, if you want to set it up yourself, this is what it looks like, but I also have a video on my YouTube channel going over it. It's probably called like replying to emails, how to reply to emails from Slack or something of that nature. So I've just modified this, and now we're going to move these to the free automation. So I'm not going to delete them or archive them. I'm just going to move them here. On that note, I'm going to add a to-do list and I'm going to add it on the website. So for anyone who's unaware, I release free automations, afonto.com/automations. So a lot of the automations that I build can be found in this section over here. And so I'm actually going to add a to-do list to add the reply to Slack, because I had previously had it here. So respond to emails from Slack. I had put it here. Like, this is complex, but I'll just add it. Yeah, I'll add it here. Give me 1 sec. All right, I've created a to-do list for that. Therefore, it's gonna be there in a few days/weeks. Okay, maybe not weeks, but just soon. So add tasks to the no campaign section when there's no active campaign for a client. Um, I think this is a good one to have. I think this one is a good one to have. Let me see if it has any challenges. Yeah, this one does a few things. So if we were to go to like the timeline view, um, it basically inside the dashboard. Yeah, I don't really want to show my dashboard, but give me one. Okay, so I've just got a filter over here that I've added, which basically just filters out from myself and one other client. And basically, like when I have an active campaign, we're able to see which is my active campaign, and obviously this also reflects inside my my SmartLead account. However, if I don't have a campaign, like for this client, for example, it says no active/drafted campaigns. And so, like if I just got a brand new client, instead of hiding them from this section over here, we're going to have them in this section, but we're going to be able to see that they're not active and drafted. And on a second thought, I'm realizing that I don't really love the analytics. Actually, you know what? This one is seamless, right? This one literally never gives me errors, and I don't really have to think about it, so I'm gonna leave that. And this is the same thing, no engaged leads section. So if I have a sales funnel with no engaged leads, it does that. Yeah, so that's fine. And then domain setup. So let's look at this one over here. Domain setup, set email fields when domain tasks change status, and create email accounts. Oh, okay, so this is a part of the domain setup. So as I'm setting up my domains, right, I gotta change the client. I'm surprised I didn't do that earlier. Unprotect view. Unprotect the view. Unprotect the view. All right, and so let's look at these ones. So as I'm setting up my domains, yay. I'm glad I have not updated this. I now store my passwords here to make it easy for me to see. So we hide the column for now. We're good. So domains, right? As I'm getting my domains set up, we have a whole process, right? So domain setup, got to set up the fields, go through all of these steps. And so this automation simply does that. It does not create the email accounts inside ClickUp because that's something I'm discontinuing. So this one seems to be good. Generate campaign copy. I should probably call this like step 1 or step 2 or something like that. And also this one should be off because we're not done with it yet. Client setup, add domains to ClickUp when status changes. Man, all of these are so good. That's the main problem. All of these are so good. Um that being said, I just purchased a bunch of domains from MailForge and that seemed to be pretty good. And so if it ends up working seamlessly, then we might need to basically not do this anymore. But what this does is it basically uses GoDaddy. It checks my GoDaddy account for all of the domains that exist inside GoDaddy, and then it adds them in this domains purchased section. And then domain setup, add DKIM. So this one's awesome. It does a lot of good things. Generate. Oh, okay. This one. I was like, am I not going to be archiving any of these? I think I'm going to archive this one. Generate domains during client setup. I mean, at the same time, at the same time, I really don't need to. Like, this is actually not even bad. Like, it works. It gets the job done. Yeah. And also, I'm probably gonna be shifting this away from ChatGPT. So this is my prompt, my ChatGPT prompt. It's like go, get, try. I'm gonna be doing something a little bit more complex. And also, I use .code.com, .ca. I think I'll be using a different process, but that one seems to be fine. GoDaddy if the domain is active, and then this one. Oh my god. See, this is the actual problem that I'm facing. Like a lot of these are actually useful. That's the main problem. This is the thing that I have to figure out because a lot of these automations are actually useful, but I'm trying to simplify my operations, right? Oh, okay, there we go. I think this one's gonna be going. I think this one's gonna be going. I think we found one that's gonna go. This one, check meetings and properly disposition them. Right. Yeah, this is definitely gonna go because we don't do this anymore. What this one did, let me see, update call. Yeah, like this is fine. Like this is what it looked like. So we receive an email that says like, "Hey, we have a discovery call here. We've got this email. Update them and ClickUp." And then when you click update and ClickUp, it takes you to the task. And from here, you got to just change the tag. So seems like I didn't actually change it, but I should have. Is this a no show or a show? Right. So that's basically what we're trying to do. So Anna, funny enough, I think I remember this person. Um, yeah, I definitely do. This was not a show, so this was a no show. And then we leverage all of this information. We leverage all of this information for further analytics. But the reason I'm going to archive this is because this one was helping us with our personal campaigns. So sorry, our personal meetings. Um So maybe I'll bring this back in order for me to get it for my clients, because that I think is going to be a lot more useful. So, boom. Finally, we got something we can archive. um, and then we go back over here, Fonto automations, and I forget where we were. Hmm. Okay. So GoDaddy step 3, add DKIM, that's good. Generate domains using, yeah, this is also fine. If domain is inactive, that's also fine. Enrich campaign tasks. I think I will remove this one. I think I will remove this one. Um, what this did, I will pull it up for you guys. It used ChatGPT to analyze my HubSpot account. So any leads that come through that are engaged, we use ChatGPT to search our HubSpot account. Um, you know, for basically any leads that are in that campaign, right? And then once we've looked at that, we analyze all of the fields. And the main fields we're looking for is the employees, departments, countries. This one was industries. And based on all of that information, we output something in the campaign section. So it was here and it's in the table. And this is what it looks like. So it's C suite, marketing, sales, employees, industries. And then as I look at this and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty useful. This is pretty useful. I guess maybe we can reduce how many times we check these things. Oh, we already do that. We only check it Monday, Thursday. Man. And do we check at least like campaigns due date later than? Like this is great. Like if I want to build another list that looks like this, we just target C-suites, marketing and sales departments with employee counts looking like this. That's annoying. That's annoying. I was definitely about to delete that one. Um so I think maybe it's just like simplifying like the automations, because a lot of these automations that we're looking at, like I have not touched them in a solid minute, but they keep working in the background, right? And so what I'm thinking is, instead of deleting this because it is actually useful, we can just make it something that we use more consistently, right? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Click up HubSpot. Okay, so this one's great. This is the client onboarding. It does so many things. Um, this one does a lot of things. It does a lot. Like our full client onboarding experience is over here. I'll put the number of domains that are being set up when status changes. This is also this is also great. Um, I remember seeing a software. I forget what it's called. Is it called a make.com visualizer? It was an interesting cool tool. Um, visualizer. uh I forget what it's called, but it was let me find it. I'll be back. Yeah, so I'm unable to find it, but I think it was a tool that helped you map all of your automations and how they work with one another, um along with the manual processes. Because what I've got is 36 automations just now, right? I've just moved some of them. Um and a lot of them, just looking at them, they're actually useful, and I see how they fit into the overall picture. But they become a lot, to manage. And so we're just gonna keep going, and if I think of the name, I'll search for it. If you know the name, just comment it down below. So output number of domains that are being set up. This is literally just like a text. It tells you what it is. Delete campaigns that don't exist inside Smart Lead. This one cleans up my ClickUp account. All right, right. This is also useful. This is also useful because inside my ClickUp account, like I remember, like yesterday, I created. Did this run recently? Because if it did, it's gonna be funny. You're gonna see a bunch of um probably not. Actually, you know what? My other automation might not have kicked in, but I basically created a bunch of automations like yesterday, which I deleted today. Sorry, I created a bunch of campaigns which I deleted today. So that one would have been amazing, literally. So delete campaigns that don't exist, duplicate subse. Ooh, this one's definitely going away. Yeah. But the problem is, I now have to create an alternative workaround for this. What this automation was doing, it was helping us duplicate subsequences. So where is it's in this section. So duplicate campaigns, we're able to basically use an input called copy to, and then when we put a campaign number, so 1 2 3 4 5, we can take the sequence that is right here and simply copy that sequence over to a campaign. Therefore, if you have a bunch of subsequences, you can easily copy the subsequences over to different campaigns. Why this is relevant for anyone who's unaware is because inside Smart Lead at the moment, you're not able to use like a subsequence template. You're not able to duplicate a subsequence. So if you wanted to take like 5 subsequences that you've got and then add them to a bunch of different campaigns, that would basically not work, right? And obviously, like the subsequences are complex. So like this is an example of a subsequence. It's got 1 2 3 steps, 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5. Like this is a lot, and this is a lot of emails. So that could take you like 10 minutes just to create one, and then you have to do that 5 times over. So this automation is great, but I just learned of a different way to create subsequences, and that's what I'm gonna work on next. So really, we're not even trimming anything. We're not, like, I wanted to trim this, but we're not really trimming it. We're just like, we're moving that one. We're basically taking this one over here. And also these archived ones, I should turn them off. We're not even trimming it. We're literally just gonna rebuild it again. But this time around, we're gonna build it better. But that's lame. um, yeah, I definitely. I think that when I started this video, the video was started with the idea that I'm gonna like archive 50% of these automations, but turns out a lot of them are actually useful. So what I'm gonna do instead is just figure out how to properly manage them. So domain status, we've already done this. We've already done this. Output number of domains that are being set up. This is good. Delete campaigns. This is good. Sync lead categorization. I think this one's good as well. I do like the sales funnel. What the sales funnel is, for anyone who's unaware, is basically this. So it's just like anytime leads reply, we just add them here, right? So we just add them inside ClickUp, and we've got the different statuses, right? So actually you can't see them. So we've got different status, information request, interested, all of those. Um, and so we just add them here, and it allows us to see both the leads inside ClickUp and inside Smart Lead. Um, Overall, it's not bad. Sync this one. Oh, let's refresh the page. Not interested. Right. So that's another reason why this exists. So sometimes leads are going to be properly in category, like are going to be categorized improperly. So if we check the status is archived, which is what I've just put in here. Oh, we've only got two. All right, let's change the client from me to this, for example. So we've got 39. So like a lot of improperly categorized leads. And if we were to click on the campaign URL, for example, and then look at the content, um, this was a while ago. Thank you so much for reaching out. It seems to share some positive sentiment. A lot of these, like if you look at them, they share a lot of. So we have three in house. Oh, also, this one is including the previous messages and all of that other stuff. So yeah, a lot of these were categorized as positive interest or something of that nature. And so we simply shifted them to archived because they're actually not interested. They might be out of office or something like that. So this is a useful automation. I do not have to think about it. Maybe another way to think about this whole thing is just building automations that I don't have to think about, because that's what most of these have been. But now that I think about it, there's only a few automations that are really like bugging me, and those are the ones that I have to think about. And when we come into those, I'll show those to you. So client onboarding, delete campaigns that don't exist, lead categorization, sync information. Mm, I don't really love this one. This one is one that I just don't love that much. So let's go into the timeline view. And also, it doesn't even work that well. So it's been a while since I've had that here. Oh, you know what? I've got the filter. So for now, let's remove this filter. So this is what the filter looks like, right? And obviously, we can have all of these stacked up against each other. So like I can have a big dashboard with these leads stacked together, but it tells me like I've contacted zero prospects, I've sent zero emails, I've won zero deals, just because I'm not doing any outbound sales at the moment. Most of the things that I'm doing are inbound at the moment. um but it tells me like how a billing period is performing. Ugh. And as I think about it, I don't love this one. I don't love this one because it's buggy. It's not properly set up. Like a lot of the times, like it just the billing periods are incorrectly put in. but but it's still actually useful, right? Like it would be great to be able to see like one list. Like, this is how we performed last month, this is how we performed this month, and then see it across all my clients. I have that dashboard, but this particular automation doesn't work well. Like, it messes up too many times. But yeah, I'm realizing I'm gonna keep it because it's good, and I don't have to think about it. I just need to actually like refine it. So I'm gonna turn this off, and we're gonna work on refining it later. When a client is deactivated, this also needs to be like a bigger automation, which is like a full client offboarding automation, right? So instead of like we've got the client onboarding automation, which is right here. We need to do something similar where it's like across every single platform, we can offboard clients super easily. I'll do this right now. We'll do that. And then we'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah, I should do this as a to-do. I'm gonna wanna work on this. I mean, so far it's fine. Um all right, so we've got that. Client is deactivated. We just did that, right? It's to do. It is. Okay. So that's looking good. ClickUp add. Ooh. Ooh. This one's also good. I literally do not have to think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Okay. What that one does is it helps reduce like no shows for calendar invites because it adds your Smartlead email address onto the calendar invitation, the calendar event, therefore allowing the prospect to easily backtrack where the conversation started, which is not on your main email. It's on the Smartlead email. And then this one's good. It's a backup. Google Sheets. Pretty sure I've disabled this one. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, no, I've definitely disabled this one. Immediately as data arrives. Oh, you know what that is? That one is a Slack app. So I basically have to type into Slack get image analytics, and it helps me with some image campaigns. I'm gonna keep it. Slack, Loom, ClickUp, biweekly. Oh, this is awesome. This one's great. Though I do need some refinement. Yeah, I do need some refinement because right now what this does at the moment is it basically gives me all active clients. What I needed to do is maybe give me all active clients that don't have, no, we can't do that. All active clients, because if I've just got an active client, for example, and it's week 1, week 2, like I don't need a weekly report. I usually need a weekly report on week 4. Actually, you know what? I think I know how to do that. So list all clients. And then let's just make sure that the start date and create date. Date created is greater than is greater than the right one? I think so. Oh no, it's less than. And also let's just go to date time operator. So it's date time operators is earlier than add days. And then let's just to be safe, let's go ahead and make it like 18. So like 18 days. And so if I get it, I know it's at least week 3. And week 3 reports is not bad. That being said, I might want to like have I might want to switch it from the way that it's currently set up. But for now this is going to be good. So weekly reports are good. Analytics. Ooh, this one needs to be this one needs a lot of work because we've just revamped our entire campaign strategy. So like previously we had campaigns in this section which was giving us a lot of analytics and it was doing a lot of different things for us, and we've just switched it to campaigns v2, which also by the way has the analytics. So all of the analytics are also going to be in this v2, but it's going to be focusing a lot more on tasks, so helping us create campaign tasks, so playbooks, copy, all of that other stuff. So yeah, this one I'm gonna make it a to do. To do. I definitely have to work on this. And then I'm gonna turn it off. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. Alright. So that's great. And then backup campaign sequences. Um I think that's fine. Though I don't really know when I need backup sequences. Actually, I do. If I accidentally deleted a campaign inside my Smart Lead account, I might want to restore it using my ClickUp account easily. Because currently, inside Smart Lead, there's no trash bin. So you click delete right here and it's gone. Your campaign's gone. You lose it. But at least because I have the backups, and by the way, how the backups look is like this. And in fact, this is better. So like we've got a sequence right here. So this is a sequence. We've got the email body, we've got the delay, we've got all of that. So it's going to restore it to a small degree, but not to a crazy degree. But it's also good because it helps us do other things like duplicating the tasks, which, that's an option. So get alerts notification for email disconnects in Slack. This is one thing that do I miss this? Like, I don't feel like I get many of these. Oh, actually, I do. May 14, May 14. I got a bunch of them today. But it's been a minute. It's been a while since I've got them. Yeah, like the 26th is the 26th, April 26th, May 5th. I was wondering like why don't I ever get these alerts? But I guess I did get them earlier today. Okay, so and that also checks out because I basically just had to work on a bunch of accounts earlier today. So it doesn't seem to want to load, so we're gonna move on, but we're gonna keep that. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed. I literally had nothing to delete. So forget the intro. This is literally just an automation showcase, um which is so funny. So add new email profiles to, ooh, okay, maybe we'll remove this one. All right, so yeah, we had that. Right. Man, I've really optimized these automations like crazy, dude. Like I'm proud of myself. Like everything that I'm thinking about, it's like I've already taken care of this. I was wondering like, all right, well, I've already removed the email cuz what this is doing is it's giving me a task inside my ClickUp account. And inside my ClickUp account, I've actually archived it. So show archived over here. I've got the email accounts section over here archived. So previously, I used to store my email accounts in this section so we can keep track of the reputations, the warm up statuses, and if something was to go wrong with an email account, for example, we can do a comment. So we can do an assign comment, which basically says fix this, right? And it would be assigned to me, and I would basically get a task to just fix this email account. But I realized like I at the time I removed it, I had 162 email accounts. That's literally so many automations going out just to make sure that we're tracking the reputations accurately, the warm up statuses. Like it was a lot going on, and so I just archived it, and maybe one day I'll come back. But for now, we're just gonna focus on this other stuff. And by the way, it's also like if we go to my domain section, right? If we go to my domain section, I also do have the email section. So I still have the emails, right? I still have the emails in this section, but I um I just don't track them individually. I just don't track them individually. All right. So this is looking good. Let's go back here. Create a task, send notification. Oh yeah, this is great. I actually need to create another or I need to create another automation for automatic webhook creation because what I realized and the way that Smartlead sets up the webhooks is they set it up on either a user. Uh, do they set it up on a user basis? Because that would be awesome. No, they actually I think they have that option, but not really. I'll try again. But they set it up on a user, on a client, and on a campaign basis. One second. Sorry, I just received a phone call over there. Um, but yeah, this is great. What I need to work on is an automated way to create webhooks inside my Smartlead account because right now I was like, why am I not receiving notifications? It's because I didn't have the webhook set up for one client. And so I'm going to be fixing that because I don't want to have to constantly have to create it, delete these webhooks over and over and over. It's crazy. But now you see that that new feature is going to add more onto the workload. And so I think I just need to figure out how to manage all of this stuff. So next thing is add company info, value prop, pain points to click. Oh, this is also great. But why is it here? Shouldn't it be going to... Oh, actually, no, this is accurate. This is a Clay webhook, so it starts inside Clay. This is part of the onboarding automation. Have I shown you guys the onboarding automation? We go back to clients. So when we're onboarding clients, we can create a value prop overview pain point, and using all of this information, we can do a lot of things. But This is all done inside a clay table. Let me show you the clay table. This is what it looks like. And so, in fact, I'm just going to give this a name. Add to ClickUp, and then I'll rename it later. And so this is what it looks like. We got the company website, company name, enrich the information, get the value prop pain point. And then this HTTP request is this automation, which then adds the information over to ClickUp. So this is fine. In fact, this is done. There's nothing else I need to do. So we can go ahead and run it. All right, let's double check. Value prop. Oh, yeah, it's done. We don't need to do anything else. All right. So, yeah, that's great. And then create new tasks for email campaigns. This is also done, actually. This is a part. So, some of the previous building automations live, I built all of this stuff already. This is a part of my campaign creation. And maybe I'm wondering whether I should have like a name for it, like a naming convention, right? Like create new tasks for email campaigns. Camp campaign workflow. Maybe do like creating campaigns. Yeah, I need because like I need a way to visualize like which step I'm in. So that this one is good. Generate campaign copy. This one's also I think good. Oh, actually no, this needs to be done. Like the prompts are not. Actually, I think the prompts are done. Because this is all it needs to be. It needs to just be like so simple, so basic. Maybe the subject line, I could actually modify the subject line. But for now, I'm going to consider this done. I'm going to consider this done. And then let's go back here. And then let's go back to Afonto automations. The Spintax. Oh yeah, this one needs to be done. Can you rename from here? No, you can't. And then testing. So maybe we just do like this. That looks weird. Okay, that looks weird as well. But whatever. Whatever. Uh generate campaign copy playbooks. Oh yeah, I'm going to call this for playbook testing. So for playbook testing. Um yeah, so this is great. And where's my playbook? I want to show you guys that. I've already shown it earlier, but yeah, so this is it. So this is what this is doing. So it's just like choose a client, playbook testing. On that note, one of the things that happens when we're creating these playbooks that I noticed is that it forces you to choose a client. I don't like that. I don't like that it does that. Right? And I mean, it should honestly be required. Right? It honestly should be. But, or maybe when I start, right, the client I could choose. is just inactive. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just do that. All right. Yeah, because this is what happened, right? Like we already we ran a test earlier for playbook testing. We'll do this, and then we'll process old data, use existing data. Is it not working? Okay, I guess it's probably waiting for me to back out. Let's refresh. All right, let's also refresh this. This is weird queue. That is a weird queue. Process old data and then back out. Anyways, let's move on from this. Um, Although I do think it's probably gonna pop up here, which is what I'm trying to show you guys. Right, there it is. I'm trying to show you guys here. And also, this one doesn't even have um because I didn't actually finish the playbook. Anyways, that. If you guys want to see more on creating campaign copy, check out the previous video. And then the last ones, which is send campaign oh, this one we also, I think that one is pretty much done, right? Yeah, so that one is pretty much done. Send campaign copy to smart lead. I don't think there's anything here that I need to change, so we're gonna turn this on. Which is so funny. I came in here with the expectation to delete some of these, but I ended up doing none of that. And then this is off temporarily. This one is a part of the image campaigns. This one is also a part of the image campaigns. Watch. Ooh, I should have this online. I've got so many inside here. Ooh, wait a minute. This one is create a thread reply. All right, we're gonna work on this. So I'm gonna call this to do. I think it's done though, but it's been a while since I've had this active. So it might still work though. And then these ones I think are the ones that we just had. Does Yeah, this also lets you reply to threads from Slack. But I think it follows the same we're actually going to just delete this one. We're going to delete this one because we already have the free automations right here, which is reply to threads. And so that's basically all the automations that I've got. Watch all email replies, notify in Slack when a read. Yeah, I got to work on this. And so that's basically all the replies that I've got. Sorry, all of the automations that I've got. I came in with the expectation to delete some of these automations, but turns out a lot of them are actually pretty useful. So what I'm going to end up doing is adding more automations, but also trying to improve the way that I leverage these automations, right? Because I did change the naming convention. That is helping a lot. But and the solution to that other stuff, I don't actually know just yet. But I hope this was still useful, right? Because you did go through like 30 something automations and you saw like the other automations and my entire setup and what that looks like right now. It's obviously not done. I have a lot of work to do. But I've been doing this for a few months now, and I hope it's useful for you. So, if you enjoyed this, leave a like. If you have any feedback, leave a comment, and I'm just gonna let this run for the next 10 seconds, just so that we can hit the 1 hour mark.